Atlanta, or as the locals say, Hotlanta, is home to what I think is one of the most successful rail trails out there. Named the Beltline, it will, when completed, fully encircle the historic core of Atlanta. As the name states, the rail trail was formerly a rail line which moved freight around Atlanta rather than through it. When finished by the Atlanta Beltway Company in 1902, it fully encircled the city. Fast forward to modern history, and after an upwell of support to turn the freight rail right-of-way into a park, the city ended up buying the land from the railroads. Which brings us where we are today. About 1/4 of the project is currently paved and in a complete state, and the rest is dirt and gravel, or the exact route is currently in limbo. Let's talk about what is done now, as I think it can serve as a model for the rest of the city moving forward. Let's first take a moment to admire the adaptive reuse of old factories to have a unique set of businesses facing the trail. The biggest of those businesses is outdoor eateries. This is quite a big point for me, as given the choice between eating outside on a loud street with cars or a quiet street with people walking and biking, we will always choose the quiet streets. The idea that a business with relatively limited access to roads cannot survive just doesn't ring true. This brewery would most likely not exist if it were not for all the foot traffic provided by the Beltline. Behind it is a relatively small parking lot, and every patron would be limited in how many drinks they could purchase by the very fact that they drove in. Being on a walkable path is a great boon for the places that sell beers and cocktails. I believe that the Beltline is strongly coupled with the conversion of 2 large factories into hip markets. Krog Market and Ponce Market provide space for dozens of shops, restaurants, and anyone who lives at the Beltline can quickly hop onto a bike and ride right up to them. There are even places that have bike valet, which is the first time I've seen that in the US. Now, the Beltline also will connect to the Atlanta Metro in a few places, even though it wasn't planned in the first place, giving access to the path via transit. You do see a good number of people using the path as an extension of transit itself, hopping onto a bike or scooter on their way from work or to school. On the topic of wheels, you can see dozens of businesses around mobility, both large and small, sprang up around the path. Like the Atlanta Bike Barn, where I rented the bike that I'm riding in this video. What we can learn here from Atlanta is that basing housing and businesses around pedestrian and cycling infrastructure can be totally viable. Some of the best ways to experience cities are on foot with no cars around. These pedestrian spaces also serve as a gathering place to hang out with friends and neighbors, creating a better sense of community. Car-free infrastructure can also be an opportunity to build denser housing with car-light or car-free living. I'd like to thank those who have supported me on Ko-fi and subscribe. The support really means a lot to me. And with that, goodbye for now.